Hello and welcome to Straight from Cloverfield, episode 148. I'm your host, Ralph. I'd like to make an announcement about this new, I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube. Now, I have no idea about this, but I was just thinking, and deep thought one day, thinking about it. I don't know if it's accurate, but sometimes stuff come at me and I say, I better warn people about this because it seemed a little bit fucked up. So, I don't know if anybody's seen this commercial on YouTube called Depop. It's a commercial where people sell their used clothing on some kind of website, and they sell it, and you see like the burst of money. Like that's all people are chasing now, right? Money, getting rich bullshit, scam artists like the Rat. And what the fuck? They'll boycott TZLA because that's the Rat. Because it said Tesla. That's exactly how he says his name. That's incorrect. He also fucking put your crap under a man's name that was fucking mistreated and taken advantage of, and had amazing things. Nikola Tesla. He had amazing things, and he said way back then that humanity's not ready for this. And then one day he died in a hotel room mysteriously. I don't know what happened. I don't know what suspect or what. I don't know. The fucking Agent Orange father or grandfather, somebody owned that hotel, and all of Tesla's items were confiscated. And now there's this fucking commercial called TZLA. It's Tesla. It's Nikola Tesla. And you know who pronounces it? Tesla, the Rat. So boycott TZLA. And like I was talking about now, about the Depop thing. This ridiculous commercial encouraging people to sell their used clothes, used items. There are plenty of thrift shops, stuff you can donate to people that need or anything. Why is it all of a sudden like they have this ridiculous commercial where these people are like bursting through money when they hit a phone and sell something? And I'm thinking about it. Depop. Depopulation agenda. Eugenics. Why in the fuck? That sounds very, very, very suspicious. I would not participate in that site. I would boycott that site because I just thought maybe, sitting there thinking, this Rat and all these motherfuckers, they want a fucking genocide-loving psychopaths may or may not have some kind of robo creature army or whatever the fuck they should, because you know they gung-ho about having order followers that won't say no. So hypothetically, I have no idea if they have it done. I don't know if they do. I know they shit in their pants because order followers are saying no, and they may not have their fucking robot shit in order yet. But they just fucking walked down the aisle with one, so that's a little bit fucked up. So I'm thinking about this Depop thing. When you sell your used items, who the hell knows if they have something that can sniff you out and take you out? So I have no idea if they're doing that. I don't know who's owning this stuff, but why in the fuck is it called Depop? Boycott that shit, because I don't like it. The sound of it is creepy. I don't like it. Anyway, on to the topic. Respect resistance or expect resistance? A lot of shit going on. People coming around thinking that they can just walk all over other people, right? We're experiencing this here in this complex. More people having trouble. Because landlords throwing people's things out, not letting them know things that they're going to be changing here. Not letting people plant outside and have the earth connection outside the door. Disabled people have a limited options of living. Limited options of living. Limited income. So the one place that they can live comfortably, they like to plant outside the door to have a sacred earth connection. And then new management come in and be like, no, we're not doing that no more. No. They want to take out the door openers here if residents don't want to use them, which the door opener can be disengaged. This is a disability accessible apartment complex. There's rolling showers for people who have complex medical conditions, like my partner's late husband, who cannot use a bathtub or any kind of obstruction to get in the shower. The door opener is for a disabled resident that need a mobility aid. This complex is open to all people with disabilities. And if they do not want to use the opener, they can disengage it, like that's always have been done for years. This place was built in '98. That's how it's always been. I don't know what they plan on doing with apparatus that people have decided they don't want to use. Why you gotta take it out? Unless you plan to make changes around here that are unethical to cut off a person with limited movement, cut off their options of living. Especially a young person with limited movement. Because a lot of handicap accessible residency is for seniors. My late husband and her partner had trouble with this place years ago with bad management. We've gotten a fucking ruthless reboot. That's what you can call it, a ruthless reboot. But years ago, we had a manager that was very disrespectful and rude, threatening the tenants and fucking wrecking people's gardens and stuff. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, I have so much on my mind that it's gonna be like bubbling up, and we gotta find a way to deliver it in a cordial manner so people can understand where we're coming from. But I cannot remember where I was going with that. But we had horrible management back then, and it's just so much. It's just so overwhelming. And this place is supposed to be for people with all kinds of disabilities, including wheelchairs. But the way they're acting, we have not. There's 2 new apartments open, and still, I don't know. We want to make sure that it's been open to everybody with all different types of disabilities, because that's what this place was built for. But if that's the case, why are you taking the door openers out of places that are just disengaging them like it's always been? Oh yeah, back to here. Now I just figured the connection. All right, back when my late husband and my partner and her late husband, back then with the bad, corrupt management, they was trying to find another place to live. And there was few and far between for disabled people that are young. There are people that are young when my partner volunteers, young adults. They should be able to have their own apartment like a place like this and have the 24-hour care that they need. But fucking Medicare, Medicaid, and their dehumanization, institutionalization, disrespect disabled people, not gonna let that happen, right? Where's the dignity? Even people that can't speak, even people that can, we struggle with the dignity. But people that can't, nobody even think about it. It's heartbreaking. My partner knows what it's like to not have a lot of visitors, to only have outings to go to doctors or hospitals. I mean, at least they had their own apartment, and that's where my partner go as often as she can with her disability. She go twice a week to try to give these people whatever they need, because they deserve better. They did nothing to deserve what they have to face. And more people need help. And then there's the fucking workforce. So people there's a damper on volunteering, because people have to fucking force to work to the grave just to survive and feed their family. That's not how nature works. Natural law is voluntarism. Natural law is helping each other without expecting anything in return. Helping your community. It's terrible. Management here just come in expecting that disabled people not going to speak up, not know their rights, allow them to be walked on. We've been through that shit. We lost a lot. We ain't got nothing to lose, and we don't give a fuck. We will stand up, and we will continue to fight and find somebody that's going to listen to us. Because it ain't right when you try to contact somebody, you contact the management boss, and you contact HUD, and then they don't keep you anonymous. They don't protect a disabled tenant. They're trying to speak up for their rights. Where is humanity? It's so much going on. There's so much depravity. And then when you got a problem like that, you're disabled, you depend on fucking government system, which is the place that brought you the problem in the first place. Problem has a solution on steroids. Where is humanity? Where is the compassion? People should not have to live in fear. Anyway, here we go. Respect existence or expect resistance. National greed is raising prices that individuals cannot afford. Only the wicked would hold power hostage that innocent children and civilians depend on to survive. Individuals need to come together en masse and not pay national greed or taxes. Earth provides for free, and they are monopolizing on her energy. Same with the goddamn water bill. Beyond cruel and repugnant to price gouge what citizens, especially children, depend on. The nefarious bastards seek to replace healthcare workers and teachers with AI bots. A prerequisite to being a caregiver or a teacher should be lived human experience. The vulnerable need and are worthy of human contact and to be cared for by a compassionate human that can empathize with the human experience. Good heavens, I shouldn't have to say that, but here we are. Who programmed the robo-teacher? Is the robo-teacher going to track or abduct children that child predators are interested in? Is this the new life touch? We need to revolt against these sick, delusional psychopaths. Every child on this planet deserves to enjoy the Earth experience and be protected from predators. Caregivers are sacred and irreplaceable. My partner volunteers as residents with individuals with severe disabilities. Some have family, and some have family and some visitors. Some don't have any. The only outside experience is right outside of the residence when it's nice out for a little bit, or doctor and hospital trips. They are worthy of human contact. They are worthy of going out and going places that are fun, not just a doctor. AI cannot replace that. They have complex medical needs that only hands and empathy can maintain. Now, if they want to come up with like a suction machine that can help somebody, not fucking track nobody, but help take some of the pressure off the nurses when they're short-staffed, that's a welcome help. Something safe, something that's not going to hurt somebody, something that's going to keep somebody comfortable and work together. Not a nefarious bullshit fucking device that's going to track someone. That would be helpful. We will fight tooth and nail against a smart city nightmare. How about coming up with stuff that can actually help somebody? Not something nefarious, not something that's going to track somebody. Something that's going to help. So I say there's a nefarious AI, black goo, and there's the AI that can help people and connect people and bring people devices that they may need, keep somebody comfortable while somebody busy with somebody else, because AI cannot replace all that. something that can work together for the betterment of humanity. Not nefarious, because there's good and bad in everything. And the good and love and empathy outweighs all the negativity. People need to learn compassion, understanding, communication, not making plans for somebody else that's not you, not making plans for other people's land that's not yours, never giving a say. No, we're standing up for our say. Do not fall for the next talking head. Please don't fall for the next talking head, because that's how the shit continues. That is how this shit continues, because people fall for the next talking head. The ear tickler. Somebody who's going to say what you want to hear, and then, boop, once they're in there, it serves itself, and they don't give a fuck. How they going to enrich themselves? No. Remember, no justice. It's just us. Together. Working together. Like the bees. Like the trees. Agent Orange, the genocidal pedophile and genocidal regimes are not permitted to access the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz belongs to Iran. They get to choose who has access. Why would anyone share anything with Yusril, a genocidal pedophile regime that tortures and murders children, disabled people, and innocent civilians? They want to plan a lockdown for us to conserve, but they have no restrictions for their stolen. But they have no restriction with their stolen Venezuelan oil private jets and their infinite war fund. But they want to limit your fuel, right? For the shit that they started? And why isn't anybody working on that car that run on human waste? I'm very interested in that. The Dung Beetle had a very good idea. A fuel product that will not run out and will not be taken from nobody. Because nobody wants shit, except for the Dung Beetle, the smartest creature of all. You don't want to plan a lockdown for us, but they got no restriction with their fucking stolen oil, private jets, that fucking track kids back and forth, right? But they want to scan your ass and scan your phone and treat you like a criminal when you want to fly, right? Fucking people, these order follower motherfuckers in their fucking costume, violating the Fourth Amendment left and right, nobody give a fuck. They're welcome to your phone, right? No. Tell them no. Tell them I am not comfortable handing my phone over with pictures of my children, nieces and nephews, or whatever, to some fucking stranger that was approved by a pedophile, right? Well, they're scrutinizing you, your free will to move about this planet when you have not committed a crime. They commit crime left and right, but because they wear a costume, that makes it okay? Hell no. Natural law says otherwise. Stand up for yourself. Stop cooperating with this shit. They're in the wrong. Release those remorse flies. We go where we please. We do not harm anyone and refuse to listen to sick fucks who take defense and justice in vain. It's just us. We outnumber them by far. They don't like the bitter taste of vulnerability. We're all too familiar with that. We are fearless. After Iran gives them a faithful lesson, they pick on Cuba and Palestine to feel tough again. Israel pick on Palestine because they don't like getting their ass kicked. Agent Orange and the fucking genocide pedophiles pick on Cuba because they don't like getting their ass kicked. It's like a bully will do. Sick and depraved cowards, or follower dogs need to reevaluate themselves and see the butcher in the mirror. We outnumber them. Earth first, children first. Thank you for listening. I will see you next time on the next one.